Hi guys, it's Samurais again. Today we're going to dive a little bit deeper on the possibilities the area action mod is allow you to do. And as you can see on the video length, that's really going to be a lot. So I have timestamps in the description again, so you can jump over to whatever you want to see. If you like this video, press the button and subscribe and press the bell if you want to support the channel or don't want to miss any of my videos. Also, if you have any more ideas what you could do with the area action mod, I would be happy to see a comment or just join our Discord and leave a note there. If you have any questions, you can ask them there too. To use this mod, you need to unlock it first. It's in tier 0 at area action. The unlocking doesn't cost anything. After you unlocked it, you need to build it too. So head over to your equipment workshop and scroll to the bottom. There you find the equipment. It's free again. After that, just equip it and you're going to get a short tutorial on how to use the mod. So important part is on the left side, there's all the buttons to choose the area. On the right side, there are all the actions you can do in the area. So, area action. The most basic thing you can do in this mod is laying a lot of foundation in one go. Just select a foundation and enter the number in the X and Y fields. A negative number is going to change the directions of foundations are laid at. The next possibility is building walls fast. It's the same as with the foundation, just only enter X or Y and enter the second one at the Z axis. There you go. You can build more than simple walls by removing the top border and having a second kind of wall above the normal one. That way you're going to build rows of walls like that. You can of course also use this with windows or different kind of walls. If you build a pattern with some walls next to each other, you can use them too. You just have to select what to copy manual this time. Make use of the select top or select bottom to only copy what you want to. That way you can do stuff like this checkerboard wall. You can build an industrial looking roof the same way you build foundations. I like this look. Next up is a ramp. You can build a ramp in one go with the fill option. Just enter a height difference between each foundations you lay and under the ramp column. Together with fill amount, of course. So you can do the same to build a ramp downwards. Just enter a negative number under ramp. The number you enter in ramp is always the height difference between copies. So if you want to build a ramp with a 2 meter part, just enter a 2. If you use a 4 meter part, enter a 4. If just the ramp part is looking too flimsy for you, just build a foundation under the ramp and include it into the selection. Let's come to things which would be a little bit more difficult without the area action mod. You can build landing spots for a jetpack the same way you build a ramp. Just enter a much higher number in the ramp part to have platform. Like every 60 meters is a good number I found. With the copy-paste function, you can also place a foundation high in the air to start an elevated build without building 50 foundations up first. And we're already in the corner where we do stuff which we couldn't do without the area actions. Like placing a triangular foundation by using the rotation function. The numbers I entered in foundation I have in the description too, so you can copy it there. The easiest one is a 1x1 foundation we just built by interlacing two foundations rotated by 45 degrees. Make sure to select the rotation center at the corner where you want the foundation to rotating at. If you build walls around this, you're going to have a nice looking, even 45-degree angle in your base. You can build diagonals also without interlacing by using either 3 times 2.5 foundations or by using 4 times 3 foundations. Next up is building a hexagon. To build a hexagon, we're going to use the rotation feature of the copy-paste settings again. So select the rotation location to a corner and enter in rotation 30 degrees. Afterwards, we're going to build some equal number of foundations at each side. It doesn't matter if it's 2, 3, 4 or 150. And we're doing the same at the end of those foundations like we did with the first one. This we're going to have to repeat twice more, and voila, we have a nice hexagon. Just fill in the foundations and start using it. We can build a pentagon the exact same way. So select this foundation, enter 18 degrees in this case in the rotation under copy paste. And again, we can use as many foundations as we want. Repeat this in this case 1.5 times at each side, and we're going to have a nice pentagon. We can actually do this with any number of corners. Just divide 360 by the number of corners you want to have and subtract 90 by this number. This is going to give you the number you need to enter at the rotation field to create any regular polygon. The more precise this number is, the better the whole thing will work out. So best make sure to use the calculator on your computer and just copy paste this number in there. We can build a nice looking roof for our polygons too, even without the use of the area action tool. It's really hard to explain, so I guess sometimes a picture is more worth than 1,000 words, so just do it like I did in the video. And like I said before, if you have any problems or questions, just join the Discord and ask. Only a growing community, but I would be really happy to see you. Next up is an overhang foundation. It's a really small thing to do, but I think it gives your factories a lot of character. You can do something similar with an overhanging roof. Try to use a smaller slope than you use for your roof normally, and copy it as a ramp with -3 border. That way you're going to get this overhanging roof. Just delete the original ramps after you build the roof, and you have something like this. You can also sink walls within foundations. Just use the x-axis within the copy and paste tool. To have a compact bus system where you can have up to 12 bales within a 4-meter foundation, just build a 3-opening conveyor wall, 1 floor up, and use the z-axis with the fill tool to copy it 6 times down. Then you can delete the top 2 walls on each side and just connect all of the possible connections with wells. You can delete the walls after you build the wells to have a cleaner look. And maybe place some stackable conveyor poles to have a nicer look. To build stairs, we use the fill tool again. It's the same thing as with ramps, just with negative numbers in mortar and ramp. We can always fill it to a side with the same border settings as before, and deleting in a diagonal everything except the central pieces to build an corner stair. So the thing with the mass deletion tool is it only deletes everything which has the center point in it. So by staying close to the center, we can delete nearly everything we don't like. The rest we just do manual with the removal tool. After we build the corner part, we select the top foundation again. We have to use the bottom setting to a little bit under half of the foundation to only select the top foundation. And now we can build a stair on both sides to fill it up. By the way, I find -7.4 for the border settings and -0.3 for the ramp settings are perfect numbers for the stairs. After we have this, we just take the whole thing again and rotate it with the copy tool by 90 degrees to build something like a porch. The copy and paste tool also allows you to copy a whole factory to somewhere on the map. The only exception are conveyor belts and wires. Those can't be copied yet. To demonstrate this, I built some microfactories to be easily stackable and expandable. And I'm using those as a blueprint. So I built one for constructors, I built one for assemblers, and I built one factory for manufacturers. So now we can select the factory from somewhere on the map, select it with the normal corners, and use the paste to location button to paste this anywhere where you want. Just remember to change the set values to have the factory at the height you want to have it at. If we use the paste to location button at a foundation, it will use this foundation as a new anchor point and orient the rotation at it too. So you can easily change the values. Just let the decimal be like they are and change the values always in increments of 8 meters. That way you're going to have nice factories all fitting to each other. Just connect the belts on the ending. And of course don't forget to rebuild the belts and wires inside too. That's it. At last I will show you how I built the bridge I've shown you in the first few seconds. I don't really have anything new to show you there, just some ideas how you can use it to make a nice clean build or build something special. So lay back and enjoy. As you can see, I use the rotation tool a lot to make small adjustment to foundations and stuff like this. Well, the fill tool to lay the foundations over in a fast manner. Here I'm going to use the rotation tool again to make the 1x1 foundation 90-degree turns to have something like bridge towers. I was thinking about doing something like a railing with the walkways, but I thought some sunken walls could have a nicer all-around look. I use the non-color ones because I think they do have a better fitting look for those industrial steel beams like buildings, like bridges and stuff. Yeah, I should have done those with just the fill tool too. Just build the top row. Would be much faster. I didn't think on that, even though I was making a video about the tool at the time. So now I'm going to select the whole bridge and use the set button tool, so I only select the walls and not the foundations. Now I can sink the walls down. I'm going to choose 3 meters, so they're going to stick out 1 meter at the top and 1 meter at the bottom. I think it's gives the whole thing a really nice look. Now I'm going to do some towers, just with walls and using the 45 degrees I already built with foundations. I really like the look of the whole thing at this point, but thought it would look like kinda unfinished, so I was thinking hard about what to do next. I decided to hire the top foundations a little bit to just give it more of a buff look, and try to use something like lighting poles or the radar tower, which were actually a good look, but a little bit too big, so I decided to use the lookout towers. Maybe raise them by 1 foundation. Yeah, that's something I could dig. So, doing some electro poles on them, and copying the whole tower over to the other side, so I don't have to rebuild this. And connecting the power poles with wires to the center to give it something like a drawbridge look, even if the wires are a little bit flimsy for that, of course. Yeah, well, those should be in the center. Yeah, maybe some power poles to the side too. I had 12 foundations in the middle, so I'm going to do 6 foundations to the outside to have symmetrical look. Last thing I'm going to do is relay my tracks. And yeah, well, kill some trees which are sticking inside of the buildings, of course. I always use Nobilis, but it's just more fun, I think. And I really don't need the wood. Some railings maybe? Yeah, I'm going to do some railings with walkways this time though. I could have used the sunken walls again, but yeah, I just wanted to change up the looks a little bit. And this time the selection of the walls would be possible, of course, because you can have as many corners as you want to have, but it would be a little bit more troublesome, so I decided to use the walkways instead. And as you can see, it's a really nice look. Well, that's about it then. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, please give me a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to help the channel out or don't want to miss any of my videos. See ya!